as kick-ass. This is the show other radio shows fear. Are you ready to have fun?
I'm so ready.
The fun starts now.
Oh, happy 4th of July, baby. It's going to be fireworks and a dog going crazy.
Our dog is going to go mental.
I'm telling you, it started last night and she was going all over the place, panning and stuff like that. And the kitty cat was just sitting on my desk looking at her like, what the hell's wrong with you, dummy?
She's like, what is up? I don't get it.
I guess this 4th of July, Independence Day,
Yes.
is starting to mean something, man. Oh, Cuckoo Biden. That's his new nickname, Cuckoo.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
They are going after him. Even the media, it shows you how disrespectful the media actually is to the people of this country, where they back, and everybody knows that the mainstream media covers and covers and covers for these people. But then all of a sudden they're getting their marching orders because the people within the Democratic Party are saying, oh, we can't win. We can't win. So I'm wondering how long it's going to take for this dude to drop out. And what's even funnier is in Nevada and I believe Wisconsin, he's already passed the ballot deadline to be on the ballot. So he has to be on the ballot.
Oh, man. He has to be?
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, ors, or buts?
I want him on the ballot, man, because he's going to get trounced. He is. They are freaking out.
Well, all I know is I've seen nothing but negativity in the news since the debate.
Well, that's because they're getting their marching orders from Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton.
Did you know I had somebody tell me yesterday that they think Barack Obama, that's his wife's Michelle, right?
Yeah.
That she's going to be the next president.
Nah, she came out yesterday and said she has no interest in running. But you can't believe that either, because politicians are professional liars.
I was going to say they lie.
That's just like Biden said. He was only going to be a one-term president. Then all of a sudden he wants to be going in again.
I'm telling you, it's not him saying he wants to be it. It's that little person speaking in his ear.
It's his wife.
She's in his ear.
She is. She's in his, and Hunter Biden, they love throwing around the convicted felon stuff, but everybody can see through that they're persecuting Trump because he's going to win. They can't print enough ballots this time around.
I mean, if people paid close enough attention during the debate, they would see that Biden had an earpiece and Trump did not.
Well, Trump, man, he's fast on his feet.
But I'm just saying that,
and now
that shows that somebody's telling him.
It was funny. Initially, they wanted to do a workaround Kamala Harris because she's polling even worse. She's a dunce, but she might end up having to do it. I think we got Trump as the next president.
I'm going to still stick with the fact that I feel, as a female, a woman should never be president. Sorry.
You're really attached to that argument.
Yeah, I am. Because I'm sorry. You got a woman PMS and she's got that button? No.
Not working for you.
No. I'm sorry.
What do you think about now the media is coming out bashing them instead of defending them?
Who? Biden?
Yeah. So, right there shows you that they're being run by the Democratic Party, that they're actually a propaganda machine. And I don't understand how people, I don't know, at any point, I don't care if you like Trump or not, would vote for the Democratic Party. How could you do it after they lied and lied? And all the evidence has been there for the last 4 years that he was, in cuckoo land. They're Looney Tunes.
I mean, with how the last 4 years went, let alone the last election went, why would you even want to vote Democrat?
I don't get it. They can never give a cohesive argument.
No.
On policy.
No. And the sad part, like you say numerous times, I would love to see you debate someone.
I guess Mike Ball called out BD, but he ain't gonna.
I told you he'd say no. I told you from the day you started talking about it that he ain't gonna do it.
I would love somebody of the opposite political party to debate me.
I think it'd be
A
hilarious.
true debate. No yelling, none of that stuff.
Yeah, no yelling, no cussing.
But that's what the left always does. When they don't get their way, they throw a temper tantrum. They're like little 5-year-olds.
They're the one laying in the aisle at Walmart, kicking their feet and throwing a fit because they can't get that toy.
Well, they're going crazy right now because the Supreme Court says presidents have some immunity. Their whole game was they can't beat him, so they're going to try to throw him in jail. The problem with that thinking is, and maybe this is what they want, there would be an actual civil war if that happened. You imagine throwing Trump in jail? Come on. It's going to erupt. It's no wonder I got so many guns. My son thinks we're preparing for the zombie apocalypse, but no, man, we're preparing for the second civil war here.
Well, he does have a go bag for a zombie apocalypse.
He does have a go bag, don't he?
He does. It could be used for a multitude of things, but yes, he does have a go bag. He's had one for years.
I think that maybe is important for somebody to have as a go bag.
You ever seen what's all in his go bag?
No,
Oh, man.
He has knives, I know that.
Oh, lots. Lots. You need to ask him one day to show you what's in his go bag.
I'll have to see it, man. At least he's preparing.
I'm gonna have to tell him to show you what's in his go bag, because it's like, wow.
You know, we have grandkids now.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm scared for them. Not only with the division in this country, but the policies that they think are normal.
The question is what is normal now?
You know, it was, and I know that this subject kind of stinks, but all last month was this pride stuff, and I had to deal with it in my Facebook feeds. And then there was something on X of a dude had to be like 400 or 500 pounds and one of them scant leather freaking outfits, had tattooed Queen on them. Really? You're going to show that in front of kids? The footage is all over, and that's what they support. They're actually trying to make it to where they're having an excuse from pedophilia. Come on.
Come on, what?
That's the kind of policies that you want to push on people?
Gay and transgender people are not all pedophiles.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pedophilia.
Yeah.
Separate from that issue.
Okay.
They're trying to make excuses for it.
Well, we're not even supposed to use that word anymore.
I don't care.
According to the new...
Culturally incorrect.
It's culturally incorrect to call someone a pedophile now.
Where did it change? Where did it change that our thinking is like this?
I have no idea. Too many Democrats.
Is it something? See, maybe because we're older, I get it.
Because we're older and we pay more attention to things now than we did when we were younger,
or we were raised different in a different time period.
Yeah.
Did you know? And I was laughing about this. I couldn't believe it. Eddie Murphy. I'm talking a guy from Raw, Delirious. He's butthurt because somebody made fun of him. Eddie Murphy.
Why would he be butthurt over that when he makes fun of people all the time?
Oh, no, he went PC now. Just like that Howard Stern did.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he?
Dude sits in his basement for 2 years isolated and stuff, and now all of a sudden he gets it. And he cries and stuff like that. But even on the COVID stuff, they locked you away. They took away your income.
Yeah. Yeah. And they didn't give credit where credit was due for the people that worked during that. That's for sure.
No, they didn't. But they gave free handouts to everybody
They
else.
gave free handouts for people that couldn't work during COVID. People that supposedly couldn't work during COVID made more money than I did working during COVID.
So that policy actually hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of their policies still hurt people. So tell me why somebody would vote for that stuff. Tell me why. I'm confused.
Because of people, you know what it is they don't read too deeply into into each candidate. They don't do their due diligence and do research on each candidate, because guilty before the last election, I really didn't even care what was going on. I'm not even going to lie.
Why did you finally get into it?
Because
and understand it?
Because of everything that between Trump and Biden, round one, I'm going to call it round one because this is round two. But during round one, seeing what everybody was saying, going back and forth, and then hearing your side, hearing our daughter's side, and our daughter was stupid. But it's
okay. Stop there. Why? Why was she stupid?
Because she only voted for Biden for one reason. And that was the reimbursement for college tuition. That was it. That she heard that come out of Biden's mouth. Bam, she's voting for him. That's it. Nothing with anything else that had anything to do with Biden, anything else that he stood for or whatever. The minute she heard college tuition reimbursement.
And now she travels 45 minutes to work?
45 minutes to work every day.
And complaining about the gas prices.
Yeah. Because they ain't any better. They're so much better in Wisconsin than Illinois.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. Her gas prices in the town that she's in is almost exactly what it is here.
So because she thought she was going to get something out of it, she got a whole mess out of it.
Yeah.
And then the other day, you asked her who you voting for.
She actually said she didn't know.
How couldn't you know after? And this is for the rest of the country.
Because
how couldn't you know?
Because she's probably waiting to see if anything pops up about tuition reimbursement again.
But her and the other, that's just like African Americans, okay? Every election cycle, they're promised something and it's never came through for them. Why do you continue to vote that way?
Can you name one president that actually made an oodle amount of their promises during their
Trump
and followed through with every single one?
Trump actually means what he says.
Well, I will say that when I was following the election part one, that is who I would have voted for during part one, because of the fact that he was staying true to everything that he was saying.
What Trump is doing is he's upsetting everybody. The Democrats, what people don't understand, even in the primaries, your vote don't count.
Nope.
It goes to the super delegates. The back room deals with the cigars and brandy. That's where it goes. They decide, not you. But you're still going to come and support people like that.
Well, that's just like, how many times have you said in our state, because of Chicago, it's a Democratic state?
Yeah, if it wasn't for Chicago, it'd be red.
It'd be Republican. But because of Chirac, this is a Democratic state.
And they can't sit back and see how it's being run.
No, you know what it is people have blinders on. Because why? Because everybody is out there just for themselves and not for the country you live in as a whole.
Well, that's just like that Gavin Newsom, that moron. He raised gas prices, I heard, up to $7 in California at one time.
Yeah.
Trying to tell people that own trucking companies, you got to go electric. Well, if I was a trucking company, I'd pull out. That's just like a lot of other businesses are pulling out. Though, how can you live there with how bad the pricing is out there? And it's directly tied to what they do. That's what happens when you elect all Democrats. We see it in Illinois.
Our governor.
You see it in New York. But Democratic voters are a one issue type of voter, just like our daughter.
Yeah, they base it all off of one specific issue. You know, if the Democrat person, the person that's running, like, you know, Biden, if they're promising more for like food stamps or, you know, Medicaid or any of that, if they make promises like that, they're going to get voted for by the people that are living off the state.
And you're right. Chicago is a prime example, if not mattering what the color your skin is, when being stupid and voting Democrat all the time.
And I think a lot of people, they just go in the ballot box and, hey, I voted. Let's just circle this bubble. Let's just fill in this bubble. They don't even pay attention. They don't care.
And by not paying attention, this actually happened to you. And I wonder if this changed your mind on the 2020 election and how it was rigged. This is a real life example of what happened to you at the voting booth. What happened? Tell them. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Now, for those that say it doesn't happen, this happened with China Doll.
Yeah, we walked in and this, this was during like the governor and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't during like a presidential, because I wasn't registered to vote for the 2020 election. So I did register after the fact. And so we went, and it was to go vote for like whether Pritzker stays in office and whatever. So we walked in there, and I was all proud. I had my voter's card in my hand, and I was like, hey, I'm going to vote for the first time. And they looked at me, and they actually asked me if I was your mom.
And you could have said yes, and they would have let you vote.
Yeah.
And then you could have came back a couple hours later and voted as you.
Yeah. They tried giving me his mom's ballot.
And you would have got your own if you came back.
Yeah, I could have went back later and voted for myself.
So for those that don't think that there's something fishy going on, you're a fool.
Yeah, I could have voted twice.
It happened.
Yeah, it happened. And I'm like, no. When they asked me, you know, if I was your mother, they asked me about your mom's name, and I'm like, no. And here's me, I was all excited. I had my card in my hand to go vote for the first time. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, this is me. And I'm holding my card up like in front of my face. I'm like, this is me. That's his mother. She doesn't even live here anymore. Like,
well, you bring up a good point. Now, you look at the people on this program, Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar. Are people that actually stupid?
Well, I've never been a big Whoopi fan, so...
They're going around saying Trump's going to have death squad. People don't... It's like they live in their own little corner and the rest of America is laughing at them.
It's true. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Whoopi Goldberg to begin with. Yeah.
But how stupid are they? They don't look at themselves in the mirror and say, damn, I just said something stupid.
No.
That's just like me. If I say something stupid, I'll say it.
You'll say that you just said something stupid.
You do the same thing.
Or if you don't catch it right away, you'll correct yourself the next time.
But I don't like looking stupid.
No.
It's like they live to look stupid.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
But isn't that indicative of what a liberal really is? Stupid. Is the way they act? No, the way they act. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Is all the geeks in high school never invited to parties, only played chess, and next thing you know, they grow up and they whine and cry.
The ones that we used to just knock all their books out of their hands?
Yeah.
High school. Pocket protectors. What? Yeah, they do. Everybody, but you know what? There's so many people out there crying and whining. And I'm going to admit I was one of them because, you know, I wasn't registered to vote. And if you're not registered to vote, you really have no view.
And you got to remember that on the 4th of July, man. There's a lot of guys that died for the freedom that this country has going against the British. And it's like, you look back and it's like, man, all the people that died, they're rolling in their grave right now.
Mhm.
But you had like a political journey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I think one of the first things, other than the fact that Biden became president, is the one thing that really, 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 really sticks in my head from the debate. And I go back and watch this clip a couple times just from this last debate, was how he said that like no US Americans died on his watch.
Yeah. Oh, that made everybody mad.
And then all of a sudden TikTok blew up with the 13 names, say
The
their
13,
the statement on say their names. And it kills me that he is, I mean, I get it, dude's probably got dementia or Alzheimer's, but whoever the hell is speaking in his ear needs to remind this man of those 13 people that died on his watch. The problem
is they know the media is going to cover for him up until now.
And then even to this day, he's never said those 13 people's names.
Did you see the difference of how the debate was handled by CNN? Usually they're in the pocket of Democrats, but they knew that their numbers are so bad that they have to at least try to be down the middle.
Yeah.
And they thought all the rules were going to hurt Trump. And Trump, actually, he looked presidential, man. He wasn't a street fighter at that one.
Mm-mm.
You know what? He shouldn't even have talked as much as he did. He should have just let Biden talk the whole time.
Trump should have just sat there and smiled. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie.
All that googly.
Being that I wasn't able to see the whole entire thing from the get, I did go back and watch it. And I'm sorry, but if Trump just sat there and smiled and said nothing, it would have went so well for him.
Better than it did now.
I mean, it would have been good.
They're freaking out because Nevada and New Mexico is basically off the map for them now.
Because I think every time Biden opened his mouth, he did one of two things. He either dug a deeper hole for himself or he should have just stuck his foot in his mouth.
I am not convinced that it was him at the next day at the rally. I'm very certain that it was his body double. Diaper head had a tan and more hair the next day. But now they're stuck with Camellia.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not a fan of her. I don't like her.
I do not think that she's going to be able to do anything against Trump.
Nope.
Trump's going to run her right down.
Yup. Because why? She stood behind everything Biden did. Hello? Wake up.
It's not that she's a dingbat. You actually made a good point. She stood behind it. Why? She knew she has lunch with him once a week.
As vice president, why didn't she open her big fat mouth? Because we all know she has a big fat mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And tell him, hey, while we're having lunch, dude, you need to slow your roll. Talk to this man. Because he was doing wrong. But she didn't stop. She didn't stop nothing. And
neither did the wife. How is that wife?
Maybe there's a method to her madness for not stopping him. I don't know.
Well, that's because she knows she's probably going to get in there.
Harris probably has ulterior motives.
And he's even thinking about resigning the presidency. Now we got a self-appointed. You know what's funny is she goes around saying she's black, but she's actually Indian.
Yeah, she's not black.
But then you got people that are going to believe that.
She ain't black. She's Indian.
That's how bad these people are liars.
Mm-hmm. She can't even.
And they think you're ignorant as an American.
Kamala Harris doesn't even know which box to check off on ethnicity. Are you white? She's looking at it going, I don't know.
Do you think Biden's a narcissist?
I don't think Biden honestly has a clue what he's doing.
I do. You know what? I never like to see anybody suffer. I don't care if I agree with you or not, but
I personally think that man is suffering
from dementia.
From dementia, possibly some Alzheimer's. and I see he's got some tremors, so maybe there's a little Parkinson's in there.
I
But
think it's elder abuse.
I actually feel bad for him because of the fact that his wife is just like letting this happen.
It's
I'm
despicable.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's sad.
But it's like she's the one running the country.
It's like, take this man to a doctor for frick's sakes. He's not right.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't for show to them.
And the
maybe
White
it
House
is.
doctors, they keep on saying he has a clean bill of health. Come on.
God, they need to get some new doctors up in there because, you know, those doctors are getting paid by the White House. So, of course, they're going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Get somebody from outside to look at him. Get that man to a neurologist. Sorry.
But take politics out of the equation.
Mm,
How can you do that to somebody?
I think it's disgusting. I don't know how anybody can do that to a senior citizen. Sorry. I think it's sad. If you see even the littlest thing wrong, you're going to want to get it checked out,
Mm-hmm.
especially as a spouse or a child of that senior citizen or a grandchild, and you see someone is acting out of sorts, you're going to want to talk to them and get them to seek help, not push them out in the limelight and let them make fools of themselves.
Well, you got a good point there. Pushing them out, making them look bad.
I mean, that
And
seems to
you know
be what's
what? The
going
whole
on.
time they were like using them as a pawn.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. I don't, honestly, I swear to you, I do not think that man has a freaking clue what's going on. I don't. Because every time you see him, he's wearing an earpiece. Everybody's telling him which way to go, what way to go, what to say, what to do. He's a puppet.
And it shouldn't. Well, like I said, take politics out of it. I think that's using an old man for your personal gain. People go to jail for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know what? That's where I want to know who actually is running the country. I think we all deserve an answer to that. It's not him.
No, it's not him. He's just
So if Russia attacks
he's
us, Joe Biden is gonna.
he's just the one that's standing up in front. It's the people behind the scenes that are running the show.
Well, here's a comment. Why would you feel bad for Biden? He is an enemy of everything most of us stand for and deserves.
But he's a
whatever he gets.
freaking human being. Okay? I'm sorry. Do I agree with anything that he's done the past 4 years? No, I don't. But he is a human being first. And if he has, what is everybody going to say a couple years from now? If he comes up with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, yeah, everybody's going to be like, we knew it. No, you freaking didn't, because nobody cared.
So you're saying that.
And I don't care whether he's Democrat or Republican right at this second. My concern is for that man's freaking health and well-being.
Mhm.
Did I vote for him? No, because I wasn't freaking registered. Will I vote for him this time? No, because he's a fool. Because everybody's making him do that. He is a puppet, and everybody else are their puppet masters behind the scenes, including his damn wife. She don't care.
It goes to show you what power does to a person.
Power went to all their heads.
They just want the power.
And I get it, everybody, that Biden is just so evil. Well, I'm not saying he's a good person. I am specifically saying that he's got mental health issues. He might even have Parkinson's disease. Nobody cares because they're letting the White House doctors look at him and they get paid to say clean bill of health. I'm sorry, but y'all are going to say something in a few years from now. That's all I'm saying. He's a freaking human being, not just Biden. He's not that Democrat. He's not that terrible Democrat president. He is a freaking human being, first and foremost. Okay, here's an example. If your grandfather was being treated by people, including your family, the way Biden is being treated, wouldn't you feel bad?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and cry a river over it.
But you're trying to present the other side.
I'm trying, and I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just trying to present the fact of what everybody's doing to him behind the scenes. Do I defend what he's been doing to this country for the past 4 years? No. I'm trying to defend him as a human, as a person.
What do you think needs to be done?
Well, first
It's
off,
obvious he don't have the mental capacity to be president.
he has absolutely no mental
You
capacity.
think he should
to
be resigned?
president. I think he needs to resign.
So you would rather have Camilla,
I don't want her either.
but she'll be the
But
one that
she'll get her butt kicked by Trump anyway, so I'm not even too worried about it.
But in the meantime, she's running the country.
Yeah, only for a few months though. And do I agree with that? No, I don't. But he's got medical problems. It is so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to defend the man as a president. No, I'm not trying to defend
You know what?
him.
On this 4th of July, what George Washington was worried about? Political parties. He knew it would divide the country.
And guess what? It did.
It did.
100%.
Now, if you were going with political parties, it kind of sucks for us as Americans that there's only a 2-party system.
Yeah.
You got to look kind of towards Europe and all that stuff where they have like 7 or 8 political parties running.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, look at that bling bling on your fingers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where'd you get that?
That? I don't know. Our anniversary's this month, and Mr. Hollywood decided to play a practical joke on me yesterday. And, we're going to go look at a new truck. Nope.
Did I play it well or what?
Yeah. And then we ended up at the jewelry store. I got presents. I got some bling. What? I'm sorry. This kind of stuff
You
I
got 2
like.
diamond rings.
I did. Pinky ring and the middle finger. Pretty. Look at this shiny. And yes, it's real.
It's not no cubic.
No. Yeah, that got my anniversary gift. So yeah, 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. We
And
actually looked up what the 30 year is, and it says the 30 year because every year there's a specific thing you're supposed to give for anniversaries. Well, the 30th year is an opal, and I'm like, I don't like opals.
So if I was in a position he was in, how would you handle it as a wife compared to what she's doing?
I wouldn't let you embarrass yourself. I would take you out of the limelight. No, he can't come out and play today, guys. Sorry.
So do you think she's power hungry?
She's extremely power hungry. I'm definitely not her number one fan. I'm not her fan because of what she stands for, and I'm also not her fan because of what she's doing to her own husband. If I seen a decline in your mental status or in your health and well-being, would I let you go on and do Insane Throttle? No. I wouldn't. I wouldn't let you go on the air. Because that's an embarrassment to you. And why would I want you out there embarrassing yourself if you're medically not well?
And here you have a woman that's doing it to him.
And doesn't care.
What about his political party that knew about this?
They don't care. They're all greedy, selfish bastards.
Well, if you think about it, you're right, because a congressman only makes 100 and something thousand a year.
Yeah.
It's not the money. They want the power. That's what they want.
Yeah, it's all about the money. It's all about the fame. It's all about getting out there. That they don't care that he's I don't know. I'd say give it about
So the old
I'd say the old man ain't gonna make 90.
The old man upstairs was right when he says money and power corrupts.
Mm-hmm. It does.
You become something that's just like me. I'd never be different if I got money from Lotto or something. I'd buy myself a farm, a truck, some 4-wheelers, and I'd be done. I'd be happy.
That's why I don't even play. What's the point?
But money does change people.
Money does change people. They say money buys happiness. I'm sorry, but I think money buys misery.
Wow. I agree.
I think when you have too much money, you're a miserable person. And come on, people are probably like, really? You grew up in Schaumburg? And so? My dad was not a happy person because of the life he led. Who would be happy working 7 freaking days a week just to stay away from his wife?
Damn, that's bad.
I mean, come on.
Old Joe Biden can't, man. He's stuck with
He's
her.
stuck with her because they're, they're stuck. At least my dad had work to go to get away.
Mhm.
And Joe can't get away from Jill. Where's he gonna go? He'd get lost anyways.
Do you think Obama's been running the country this whole time?
A lot of people have said it. That Obama's in his back pocket.
He hates this country.
Yeah. A lot of people. I've heard that from a multitude of people that it's actually Barack Obama. And what does he care? He don't.
But it is interesting that his own wife don't want to go and run. She don't want to.
Mm-mm.
I think Trump will make her look stupid.
Who? Jill?
No, Obama's wife. I think he make her.
Michelle?
Yeah, he make her look stupid. And what's funny is it seems like the black vote is starting to wake up.
Well, if we go based on what you had to say, if Michelle Obama got in office, she's technically what? You claim she's a man.
She is a man. It came out to be true that Barack Obama had gay sex and cocaine-filled nights.
Ew. Well, his wife doesn't remind me of.
Now, this is a
Sasquatch.
good one. Is it just me, or does it seem like people with money find things to upset them?
They always do. They always do. Why not? That's how it is. And it's going to be something stupid. It's not about the big things in life. It's all about those little things.
It's like making a mountain out of a molehill.
Which is what I talked about on the show the other day. Don't sweat the small stuff.
When are you going to take your own advice?
I don't know. I'm working on it. What I already said during the show, too. I'm a work in progress.
51 years later.
I'm trying. I'm working on it. But I don't know. I think this whole thing is just a big old farce.
It makes you nervous, don't it, though? You got a guy like this being propped up, and you got, Putin and Z.
Dude, people in
and-
other countries are probably totally laughing.
Well, I
at
know.
us
I
right
watch
now.
Sky News Australia sometimes on YouTube, and they're laughing at us over there. They are actually laughing at us.
I would like to be a fly on the wall when Biden goes into a meeting with like Putin.
Mhm.
I want to be there.
Oh, he'll never do it because Putin will destroy him.
I'm just saying. Excuse me, I need some cherry Pepsi.
You need to stop smoking on air.
Stop telling me what to do.
Why? Democrats like doing it to us.
Yeah, they do. Dude, we just like totally made a point, right? Stop telling me what to do. Stop making me have to go to work because I can't afford groceries. Hell.
Well, that's another issue right there is the inflation. Nobody can afford anything anymore, but they'll still vote for them.
I know. And if you look at the big picture of it, 4 years ago, you can get a cart from like Aldi for like $100 and your cart's overflowing.
I think if
Now-
Trump comes back and day one starts drilling again, I think we'll see gas prices go under $2 again.
Well, rumor has it that I've seen bits and pieces of Trump because I haven't been doing so much due diligence as I probably should, like I did 4 years ago. But that's because I already see what our options are. So it's like it's kind of
Yeah,
a
but you
given.
got to admit that it was a lot happier under him.
Well, and he's already made comments about the gas prices going down and grocery.
You know, one
tax and-
thing that I never knew
What?
was people that got tips, that's taxed now.
Yeah. Mhm.
How is that even fair?
Why do you think I'm not doing hair, cutting hair? Because now you have to claim your tips. You didn't years ago.
I wouldn't claim nothing.
Well, I would tell you the secret of the trade.
What's the secret of the trade?
Okay, I'll tell you anyways. If you get a cash tip, there's no proof you got it.
Yeah, they're only claiming it on the credit cards
If
now.
you get the credit card tip, there's documented proof you got a tip, so you have to claim that.
And that's one thing Trump said that he was going to do, was do away with taxes on tips.
And that's one of the reasons why you'll see signage in places that they prefer cash tips.
Mhm.
Like in the nail salon I go to, there's a sign saying they prefer cash tips. In a couple hair salons in the area, same thing. They prefer cash tip because why? They don't have to claim it on their taxes then.
And you can't be mad at them because what do they get? Like $8 an hour plus tips.
Below minimum wage. Well, yeah, below minimum wage. Waitresses, like, you're lucky if they get $4 or $5 an hour.
What do you think about this? We are beyond, and I agree with this statement. We are beyond fixing the country and bringing people together. Now it is just a matter of when, not if, the second revolution starts.
And he's probably completely right. I'm hoping he's wrong.
The problem is, the Democrats wanted to ban guns all over the damn place.
And a lot of people got rid of their guns because of that.
I didn't.
Stupids. Should have kept them.
But how you going to fight back if you don't got no guns, dummy?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I want to see that movie that came out, the Civil War. It looked pretty gruesome from some of the clips. That could actually happen in this country. If you don't think that can happen because of modern technology, you're wrong.
Anything is possible.
They go around, well, you need an F-18. Well, who do you there's going to be defectors from the military that take sides.
Yeah. Do you think even the men and women that are fighting for this country are happy right now?
If they are, I don't know what the hell is wrong with them.
I mean, they're getting shipped to other countries and shit we shouldn't even be involved in. I mean, why are we the go-to country?
Well, because, it's all that. I think it's a one globalist system in this world now.
Hey, let's go get the
It
Americans.
just hasn't come public yet.
Let's go get the Americans. They'll fight for our country. Why do we even need to be involved in stuff that has nothing to do with us?
I don't believe we should be involved in NATO. Why should we be a part of NATO? We're not in the European. We're in North America. Why do I want bombs lobbed at me because they want to start something? The Europeans start all the time.
You sound funny saying European.
But if you look at all the wars that they've had over there over the course of human history, why would you even want to get involved in that?
I don't know. I don't know how many times I got to say this country's going to hell in a handbasket. And here's my question to you, Mr. Hollywood. Is this country so far gone? Do you think and I'm saying if because it hasn't happened yet, if Trump gets in the office, he can save this country?
I think that it's going to go through a rough period because the leftists are going to go out there, cry, whine, and burn everything down because they're useless people. And they didn't get their way. And I think that people have to be prepared to do that, to fight against them. Propaganda is the biggest thing that works on people because people are ignorant. And what the media has done to this country with its brainwashing crap, it's gone, it's destroyed. There's no coming back.
So how many protests are we looking forward to during the next election?
Oh, there's going to be protests. The Democratic convention's being held in Chicago.
Oh, God. And it's going downhill from there.
Now, a real Democrat used to be like Mayor Daley Sr. when them protests happened at the Democratic convention in the 60s. He said, shoot them, clean it up later. Politicians don't think that way anymore.
No. Mm-mm.
They're all one. I think there's only a few families that are running the world right now. All the rich ones get together and say, okay, we got to do this and that. Why everybody else suffers.
Isn't that how it always goes?
That's the way it always goes.
Oh, that Democratic convention's got to be an entertaining one when it comes to Illinois. Well,
Well, you're going to have, those Palestinian protesters out there. Do you idiots even know that they will kill you over there? They'll slice your head off like a piece of meat if you went to the Middle East.
yeah, that's one place I never want to visit.
But
Thank
they'll
you.
go and prance around and support them people. That's just like gays for Palestine. They'll kill you over there, you dumbass. They'll throw you off buildings out there.
Yeah,
But you're
that's-
going to support them?
Mm.
That is how they are. Such ignorant people. What happened to going to work, putting food on the table, enjoying a family little piece of pie, having a house? That ain't like that
People can't
anymore.
even afford houses right now.
No, they
It's too
can't.
high.
They're through the roof too. Is like,
Uh-huh.
man, you look at some stuff and I'm like, damn.
Come on, look how that dude was trying to harass you at the dealership yesterday. He's trying to sell. Because what? Commission.
He didn't like me too much.
No, he didn't. And then you're like, we're just going to go. I wasn't going to buy it anyways.
I'm under there. I had my Think Diag on me, and people don't understand. Even though the engine light is off, I can still go back into history and talk to the computer to find out what was wrong in the past.
You find out everything.
And he was pissed.
The look you got the minute you plugged that thing in and pulled all this up on your phone for that one truck. I was like, he's like, you're gonna need to get a power steering pump changed. And you're looking in there. You go, how can you tell?
Because I'm looking at your history, dummy.
That was cracking me up. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here. He doing his thing. The guy looked at me. I'm like, I ain't getting involved in this. Nope. You deal with him.
But you got to educate yourself on everything that's out there,
Mhm.
from buying a car to picking a politician. Even though you don't got really, and I think that is what Trump's,
I like how we're comparing buying a car and voting for the right politician.
the problem is Trump is the outsider. He don't like their policy, and he actually does what he says,
so is Trump.
and they don't like it.
Is Trump the new car and Biden's the used car? Is that where we're going at?
Well,
Serious.
that was funny at the dealership. I had
That
him
was.
running in circles
Dude, and you're like, I'm like, dude, he's old. Why are you making him walk so much?
because I wanted to have a cigarette.
He's got to walk all the way across the parking lot because we're sitting all the way off to the side to have a cigarette. We were definitely more than 15
It was a
feet.
nice truck. The
Yeah.
problem is you didn't meet my terms,
Nope.
and I just can go anywhere I want.
Well, and you were, yeah, you can. Yep. And then we went out to lunch.
We did.
We did. I got my bling, and then we went to lunch.
It was a good day. It was a good day.
It was a good day. And then
But I just find
then
it.
you got to have the day off, and I had to go to work.
I just
like
find it
today.
really funny how everything's coming to a point right now, and everybody's backtracking in the media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the future of what's going on with this country.
Mm-mm.
It's funny. It's what, 2024, and in 2001, when all that crap happened with the World Trade Centers, we were all together.
Yeah. What happened to the world standing together?
What happened in 2 decades
Uh,
that it's gotten this bad?
we all stood together when that happened, and now everybody's, I don't know.
Do you think it's all planned?
No.
by those people in power to cause this kind of chaos?
Of course. Of course, because then somebody's gonna come into the rescue, like the knight in shining armor kind
It's
of
a
crap.
threat. Do you really? I love this line from them. It's a threat to our democracy. You really think people believe that crap you're spewing?
No. Well, some people might. Yeah, some people might because they're that dumb.
Would you have considered yourself a dumb person with the issues
No.
until you started learning?
I would like pre round 1 of Trump and Biden because I honestly I didn't care. I'm like, well, it doesn't really affect me. Of course it does affect me, but I didn't look at it that way.
You know what's funny?
But now it's like
with the media, there's this video going around that's viral about Trump. He's being a regular Trump. Trump blasts Biden Harris in leaked golfing video. He put it on True Social, so how's it leaked?
it's not leaked. It was there.
He went, here's a quote from him. We kicked that old broken down pile of crap. Trump is heard saying to those surrounding his golf court before handing out bills, he's a bad guy. He just quit, he's quitting the race. I got him out, and that means we have Camellia. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's pathetic. She's a fucking bad. Can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China?
No.
But they act like that this leaked video, how can it be leaked if he posted it himself? That shows you how bad the media is.
Because they just like pointing fingers. They like egging everything on.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to stop. The media needs to like basically.
I don't think the media ever
They-
returned anything that's ever.
They need to shut up. They're stupid.
They do.
Come on, you guys say it. Shut up, stupid.
Shut up, stupid.
That's not how you say it.
Shut up, stupid.
Shut up, stupid.
Now you got news coming out that a former Clinton advisor predicts Biden will suspend campaign within weeks, and I think he has no choice. Problem is that a lot of legality he can't because they're already on the ballots.
Yeah.
And then the White House is coming out and touting Camellia because they were trying to go around her. She can't win.
Mm-mm.
So now they're telegraphing.
They already know she can't win. That's the thing. So what they're gonna end up doing? Letting Biden just go through with it.
Then he'll lose, and then
It'll be Biden's fault instead of the people that pushed him through it, instead of letting somebody else take over. Whatever.
Now listen to this. Hip Hop Magazine calls Camellia Harris's pandering attempt to vote or appeal on BET Awards corny. She is pandering to the black vote and thinking that they're going to consider her black when she's not.
She's not black. God, look up her ethnicity. She's not black. She's one of those ones that should have an arranged marriage.
Ouch. Ouch.
What? That's what she is.
Now, one thing I do worry about, and was this news story, a new Cold War. Lawmakers sound alarm on Cuba-China threat after bombshell spy base images surface. They're within 100 miles of us. 100 miles.
Who? What?
The Chinese.
Gross.
So we got a weak, fragile person in there. Trump wouldn't let it happen. Trump would have said, you know what, get the hell out. And they'd be out.
Mm-hmm.
So, my goodness, what we're facing here.
Well, all I got to say is I hope y'all have an absolutely fabulous 4th of July, and make sure you keep all your fingers and your toes and your other body parts before you explode them off with bottle rockets and,
Oh, it's going to be one of them days.
Yeah.
I bet if you're at the hospitals right now,
It'll be starting. No, it's still too soon.
It's kind of like when you watch Grey's Anatomy, they wait for certain things to happen.
Yeah. Usually after 4 p.m. So those of you, if you have to go to the ER later on, you might not get in because other people are going to be there ahead of you with blown off fingers and toes and body parts because they decided to hold that M80 in their hand as they set it off. Or, hey,
It's always
you
fun
know.
when the drunks get out there thinking they're going to shoot bottle rockets out their butt.
And Roman candle fights, you know.
Roman
Yeah.
candle fights are cool.
I know, but they're hilarious, actually.
I want to shoot you in the ass with one.
No.
Everybody have a good 4th. Don't forget Culturally Incorrect every Tuesday. It comes out at 9 a.m. It's available on all podcast platforms. And boy, is it culturally incorrect.
Yeah.